Hello and thank you for watching another Red9 demo. Today we're doing another version of the Deformation Transfer tool, which has been getting an awful lot of work recently. And it's had a pretty big upgrade in this latest release, which is April 2025. And what I want to do is I want to go through a more real-life version of why it's so useful. We use it on a daily basis, and honestly it's changed the way we work quite a lot. So I've got a file. It's quite an old file. It just happens to have lots of assets in it that show the purpose. So what we're going to go through today is we're going to go through the changes in the UI and the changes in the code base. We're also going to go through batch mode, and batch mode is a completely new one, and that is the idea of being able to literally convert all the deformation from one whole sets of meshes to another sets of meshes. And then we're going to go through the layer stack, and the layer stack is a VFX thing. And it's effectively like Photoshop layers for deformation. Maya did actually start including the ability to stack deformers, to add multiple skin clusters. I think it's 2025 they added it. I'm running 2022. That you've been able to do it for ages. It's just never been exposed. So that's what we're going to cover today. Okay, so we'll start with this face, and the face is a fairly simple facial rig. It's got blend shapes, not a huge amount. It's got joints. It's just a good test case. And obviously in this case we have no skinning for the beard. We have nothing for the eyebrows, nothing for the eyelashes. I think we kind of covered this last time, but I just wanted to show the improvements that have gone on. So how do we get all that deformation over? Well, obviously if we're transferring blend shapes as well, skinning is fairly easy. Blend shapes a little bit more difficult. So with the stack deformer, it's all dead easy. We can do it one of two ways. We can do it individually through here, or we can do it in batch mode through here. I'm going to do, for this particular one, I'm going to do it individually just to show you the workflows. A couple of changes. When you select in here, we're now actually selecting the deformer, so you can see up here, this all changing. So that's the deformer selection. And also you've got an on and off, and the on off controls that envelope. So if I were to do that and I come to the skin cluster and go off goes the deformation, skin envelope goes off. More importantly, if you inspect that mesh from fresh, it's grayed out so you know that that's not active, and that's actually quite useful when you're doing lots of deformation work with lots of stacks, etc. Okay, so we've inspected that. Sorry, let's start again. We inspect that, we grab the two deformers, and I want to push it over to this beard. We'll reset the rig, select the beard. We're going to go coordinate based, because obviously the indexes between these two aren't going to match. In fact, we can leave it in index based because it will warn us. Everything else we're just going to leave. In fact, no, we're going to do that one as well. So because of blend shape, we have a blend shape set in there as well, and because the beard obviously is down here, there's no point transferring blend shapes that control eyebrows or eyelashes or blinks or that are down here. So with the targets and deltas, that's only things where the blend shape will physically make a difference to that mesh, else it just strips it out. So we're going to do that, and we're going to transfer. This is the one that I was telling you about. I'm in index mode at the moment. It says, well, the meshes don't match. What do you want to do? Well, I'll switch to coordinate space. This is another new one. So in blend shapes, you can actually turn blend shapes off. So if I just cancel a process, if I run a debug, so if I do that and we select this, I go debug. Down here you'll see, this is script editor I've just got here. Down here you'll see a cross just there. So this is a debugger for blend shapes. It's actually really useful in its own, because you can see the indexes, the values, and you'll see one of them is muted. So that is the mute that you get from this thing, and you can see that's actually muted. So that warning about transferring and muted is effectively saying that, well, actually one of these things is muted. What do you want to do? Do you want to keep it muted, or do you want to unmute it? I'll just say sync states. There must be a reason it was off. I don't know why. And we'll do the same thing for that. Yes. And we'll do the same thing for the eyebrows. Eyelashes, sorry. Okay, so that's the skinning and the blend shapes transferred, and more importantly, it's only transferred blend shapes on this character where it makes sense. So like I say, it's not a particularly complicated rig, but it's a good one to show. One thing it will have done, and this is why I like this as a demo character, you see the eye blinks, the eyelashes have actually not transferred over particularly well. Now the reason for that, and we've done this before, is because it's in coordinate space, and because the top of those lashes are actually closer to the top of the brows than they are to the eyelids. So all we're going to do is we're just going to go and we'll select a few a few edges. We'll select that edge, go into face mode, maybe grow it a couple of times, let's say. Reinspect the mesh, you'll see this changes component level. Grab the eyelashes, gain coordinate space, transfer. And that should have fixed it. It didn't fix it. Why didn't it fix it? Okay, let's start that one again. We're in component space. Those two. That. Yes, transfer. Sync. Don't know what I did there. I obviously hit something in the wrong direction. So that's fixed that. So now we've got all of the hair, eyelashes, eyebrows all set up, everything running. And you see how quick that is. That's literally just me, you know, waffling away, taking a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that to get this all transferred over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that over as call it Fig 2, and then I'm going to come into this file. So this is what we call the SRC. This is basically the body deformation file for this character. Now, one thing I want to show is I want to show the batch, but we're also going to go through the layering. We'll do the batch side of stuff first because it's a little bit easier to go through, and then we'll try and explain layering. For anyone that's not done layered stacks, it might be a bit of a shock, might be a bit of an eye-opener. We'll see. Okay, so let's just clear all this off just so you see what's going on. Clear, yes. Okay, so in this case we have a body, and you can see we have some LODs for that body. In fact, we've got 3 LODs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into this, I'm going to go to batch mode because I don't want to do it one at a time, I can't be bothered. We're going to go body, and then we're going to select the LODs. Now then, by default this thing is on, this match meshes by name. And in this case it's trying to match them by name, and obviously body doesn't match body underscore LOD 01, LOD 02, whatever. So we can take that off and just say, no, actually the order that you see, layer 1 is going to go there, this is how it's going to transfer. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add the body in 3 times. So what we're saying is body goes to body 01, body goes to body 02, body goes to body 03. And by taking this match names off, it's literally just saying, I don't care, just the index, just match them. We're going to leave everything as it is. Again, coordinate space because it needs to be coordinate space because the meshes don't match. Transfer. That's as quick as it is. That's all of your skinning taken over. If there were blend shapes, it would take the blend shapes over. There isn't in this mesh, but again, piece of cake. You know, that's a low res LOD taken over from all the high res stuff without thinking about it. And this is the beauty of it. You can almost stop thinking about how you manage the blend shapes, how you manage skinning, and if you've got a new mesh, what do we do? You just bounce things around, and that's the beauty of it.